Hi gamers! Welcome to another episode of my infrequent Unplugged gaming videos. Last time, a few months ago, I talked to you about my childhood favorite board game, Hero Quest. And now, as a natural continuum of that, here we have Space Crusade. Hero Quest is set in the same world as Warhammer, the fantasy miniature war game, the old world, and similarly here Space Crusade is set in the same universe as Warhammer 40,000 and Space Hulk. These are much simplified versions of the original games. Well, one might argue that there isn't any similarity between the originals and these simplified board games except the subject matter, and they might be right. But instead of a blank battlefield like in Warhammer and Warhammer 40,000, these games are played here on these boards. This is the Space Crusade board setup made up of 4 individual boards and connected via these walls here. Also we have on the walls we have holes for the doors, and on the board itself you have places for doors to be opened and closed. And basically you are one of these 3 colored teams of Space Marines. The yellow ones are called Imperial Fist, the red ones are Blood Angels, and the blue ones are Ultramarines. All Space Marines set out to fulfill the mission, whatever is necessary, as described on the mission book here. But basically, more often than not, it's just shoot everything that moves and get out alive. Good fun. And I like the fact that, well, who doesn't like tons and tons of components? You have small cardboard blips here, tons and tons of miniatures. You got the basic orcs and androids and chaos Space Marines, the wonderful Dreadnought here, and a whole bunch of accessories here as well. Dice, of course, cards. So when comparing the Hero Quest, I really like the fact that Hero Quest had 3D scenery in it. Bookcases and tables and treasure chests were all their own miniature, whereas here the board is basically empty except for the walls, which do give a nice feel to the game altogether. Here we have, this is the British version of the game, and this is what the game had for its cover here in Finland. This is my original game. I have kept every bit and piece safe ever since I got this. And but I gotta tell you, back in the day I didn't even have had any clue that this game also had expansions like Hero Quest. I knew of 2 expansions for the Hero Quest, but later I learned that there were like 4 more. And at the same time I learned that Space Crusade also had 2 expansions for it. And well, I hadn't played Space Crusade for years, but still when I learned that they had it had expansions, I really got to go to eBay and buy myself these. Let's go check out the expansions next. First up, Space Crusade Mission Dreadnought. And these expansions cannot be played without the main game, of course. Here we have the mission book again, and a small extra room with extra walls, some corridors, doors, all sorts of extra stuff. And then we get to the meat of this expansion. Each team gets 2 extra Space Marines and a ton of new weapons not the least of this huge ground-mounted cannon. But the enemy also got its fair share of new firepower. There are 4 regular androids and another regular Dreadnought, and of course the Dreadnought Mark X, which is quite a formidable opponent in the game, a lot bigger than the normal version. So that is Mission Dreadnought for you. The other expansion is Eldar Attack. Eldar is another race in the Warhammer 40,000 universe, and here the rulebook, another additional piece of a gaming board here, and cards, radar blips, more cards, a couple of portals, and brilliantly a 10-man team for this, to add another player to the game altogether. Sadly, I'm missing a couple of components here, mainly one Eldar Marine here, but everything else you see here is absolutely 100% complete. I've kept track of anything, and it was great fun to catalog everything, check out from the internet that what do you need in a full collection, and you can buy these components separately from certain sellers, so that's good. You can get a complete collection for your favorite board games. And well, I guess that is just a small sample of what Space Crusade is for you. Next time, I believe, not sure when I'm gonna be making my next Unplugged video, but maybe I'll be talking about my Magic the Gathering cards there. But don't worry, I gotta say this again, I'm not turning this into anything but a video gaming channel, just a small treat here and there of these Unplugged games. Well, thanks for watching, I'll see you next time, bye.